Hello, welcome back to our kitchen space. Today, stick around if you want to spend some time with your favorite nutritionist, personal trainer, published author, and wellness coach. We're going to make a very simple recipe and have a very interesting chat. On the menu today, if you really want to know, it is this chickpea pasta. Now, I've made this chickpea pasta a few times before, and sometimes the consistency is that it is a bit grainy and it breaks apart. So be mindful of this when making substitutions. For example, if you want to be more living a gluten-free lifestyle. I don't mind because in my mind as a nutritionist, I'm thinking this is really healthy fiber and it has some plant protein, and I'm going to mix it with some gorgeous mushrooms we got from our family's farm. When it comes to farm to table, we are very much fans of the farm to table approach because of sustainability, even if it's just knowing your mind the noise in the background. My mom is just making noise washing dishes. And I can't edit this video, so it's just gonna have to be in the cut. So additionally to that, we're gonna mix this pasta just with some simple mushrooms and call that a meal, and put some grilled fish on top as a protein. I love this meal. In terms of chats, for chat's sake, let's have tea. I could put on the kettle. And the main topic for today is imposter syndrome, because I didn't realize how big of a conversation imposter syndrome is. Still, and I have a story for you, because 10 years ago, I had the worst imposter syndrome when I was first starting in my career. After I graduated, I was getting successful so quickly and I was so booked up. I had this imposter syndrome where I felt like I wasn't good enough as a coach and I didn't know what I was doing and my products weren't up to standard, market competitive standards. And I felt very like an imposter. And then I started listening to all of these podcasts, and many business entrepreneurs were talking about how they had it. Some may say if you've never had it, then you might be a psychopath, but I definitely have had it and I've had to address it. And the tips that I have for new entrepreneurs, business owners, anyone getting started, if you do ever come across imposter syndrome, where you feel that you don't have the right skill set, qualities, I would recommend you go spend some time upgrading your inner world, like your mindset and your products and your brand. Because once you have a steady brand, message, mission, purpose, image, it becomes a lot clearer to understand how to overcome imposter syndrome, because your products speak for themselves. And once you have all the research to back it up, it makes it a lot more reassuring, plus the skill sets necessary to be able to continue. And I wanted to talk about that because it's such a popular topic for business owners, and a lot of the people in our network are business owners. All right, so I'm gonna make this chickpea pasta. So far, I'll press pause. Okay, so these are the mushrooms. So these are oyster mushrooms, which are so fabulous. I'm sauteing this just in a little garlic and olive oil. And simply as ever, I'm boiling the water. And then I'm just going to drop this in. It says to cook for 7 to 9 minutes. And then I'm just going to toss it all up and put it in a bowl. And that's that. So that's our little chat today. I would love to bring you more of these topics while I make a meal. And that's the style we're going for. I really am going to be so excited when I have more people in my kitchen to interview and chat. as I am building back this momentum that I had since pre-COVID in Barbados. I invited so many people over to meal prep with me, and we would cook the best things and have the best conversation. So I'm going to keep that as my style moving forward for this channel. And I'm really pleased with the progress. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this with anyone who you feel might need a little motivation for a meal prep idea, or if you think this conversation is going to help them break through to the next level. All right, until next time.